Hi guys! Okay, so as you know, as a lot of you know, is I'm graduating this year. I'm actually graduating in like 3 weeks. Like, it's so crazy, so close. I'm so excited. It's so funny because everyone's saying that they're both nervous yet excited, and I was talking to my brother about this. I'm like, is it weird that I'm not nervous? Like, I'm just excited and I'm ready to go. And he was saying, no, it's not weird at all. The difference between you and a lot of people at your school is that the future for them is ambiguous. They don't know what to expect and they have nothing to rely on. But since I have a relationship with God and I know Him, and I have these big dreams for my life, and I've already analyzed my life and I already know what I want to do, and even if it may not be figured out and I don't have the step-by-steps necessarily, I know that God's going to lead me down a great path, and I'm excited for what's ahead of me and not nervous because I'm not full of fear, and I trust that He's going to take care of me and that He's going to lead me down that path. And that made so much sense to me, and so I wanted to make this video to encourage you guys to also think that if you guys are graduating, or if you're just nervous about your future, maybe you're already graduated or you're a freshman or whatever, just if you are nervous about your future, then take time to think about it. It's so big. Your future is everything, and that's something that will define the rest of your life, obviously. I mean, that is the rest of your life, is your future. And so it's something that's worth thinking about and worth talking to people about and investing some time in. And so I've invested many hours, and I've invested a lot of conversations in my life about my future and about a lot of prayers about what God wants me to do with my life. And I definitely feel called to ministry. And so I wrote down some of my dreams in bullet points and this is more for me to remember what I want to do, but also for you guys, to encourage you guys to really analyze your life and analyze what you want to do, so you're able to really think about your future, because the future is scary, but when you have a plan and when you have someone to trust that's higher than you, then it's not scary anymore, and it's really just exciting. So here are some of mine. I'm just going to read down the list. I called this dreams in bullet points because that's literally what it is. It's just little phrases. So traveling ministry. I love traveling and I really want to be in ministry and I want to tell people about God, and so definitely traveling, but I don't want to be in one place. So it's not necessarily that I want to be a pastor where I'm in one place at one church and in one area. I want to be moving all the time. I want to expand my ministry constantly. I want to be around the world all the time. And then the next one is speak to large audiences and like 1,000 people. Like, the idea of being on a stage and being able to influence 1,000 lives or more, or just being able to invest in people's lives and possibly change the course of their life forever, is so amazing to me and so incredible to me. So that's definitely something that I'm interested in and want to do and am going to do. And so the next one is grow deep, intimate relationships with people. And I love people. Oh, I love people. I just had this thing called a life party where it was just that. It was me just investing in people and then telling me my story and me telling them my story. And it was just beautiful. I love hearing people's stories, and I love investing in them and giving them advice and being that person that they can hold accountable for advice and things like that. I just love that. My cat's coming towards me. And so now he's scared. Okay, anyway. And then make YouTube videos on my travels and on God and on my struggles and on my lessons that I've learned throughout my life. And that's kind of what I'm already doing, but I want to expand it and I want to make them interesting. And as I travel more, because I'm going to Europe in a few weeks, I just want to show you guys and, inspire you guys to get out there and travel and to see the world, and not to let things like money or time get in the way of you doing that, because everything is possible if you set your mind to it, and if you are actually passionate about it, then it is possible for you to earn that money and whatever you need to do to get there. And then my next one is write books. Oh, I love writing. That's a passion of mine for sure. I love writing, and that's something that I'm definitely going to do, and that's something that I am going to do in my future. And I don't know what those books are going to be about yet, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to do it. And my next one is have my own website or blog. I already have a blog, but I want to get my own website, and I want to expand it, and I want to touch a ton of people, because almost everyone in the world has access to internet, and it's just so global, and me just putting my written word on there about God and the lessons I've learned about just life in general is so incredible to me. It reaches such a wide audience. And My next one is I want to be someone who people feel that they can come to with anything. I love that. My greatest feeling, and I know this isn't necessarily a love language for those of you who do know what the love languages are, but I love people who respect me, and I love people who come to me for advice and tell me, you know, I feel like I can trust you with anything. I feel like I would feel okay with opening up to you, and I love that. Oh, that makes... Oh, love that. It's the best. Okay, and then I want to be beyond financially stable. So not only do I want to be financially stable in the way where I don't have to struggle for money, and I can pay for my kids to go to school and to do extracurricular activities, but I want to be able to go beyond that, so I'm able to bless other people with money and with things, and to be able to, yeah, just bless other people, and I'm not held back by finances. If I have a big dream, then I can just do it, and it's not like I have to go through a bunch of loops or get a second job or whatever. So definitely want to be financially stable and beyond. And I'm almost done, don't worry. And then have my own kids and adopt. I'm gonna make this short and sweet. I love kids. I love the idea of investing into a human being and building up a world changer. That's just so fascinating to me. So I definitely want to have my own kids in the future. And once I feel like it's time and I've met the right guy and everything, obviously. And I want to adopt kids. I want to adopt kids internationally. Oh, so excited for that. And then the next one is marry the best guy I've ever met. Pretty sure it's self-explanatory, but I have very high standards, and I'm really excited to see God fulfill those, because I've already seen him starting to do so and leading me down that path, and I'm really excited for that. And then truly make a difference in the world. I want to be someone that not necessarily people remember so I'm famous or whatever, but I would just want to be someone who people remember because I've made a difference in their lives, because I'm invested in them personally, and because I've changed the course of their life, and I was able to speak Jesus's love into them, and I want to be that person for them. So inevitably I would have made a difference in the world. And then plan large Christian events and conferences. I don't know if you guys know who Caitlin Zick is, but she's one of my role models right now. She just does so many things that I find so awesome, like the Sacramento Sisterhood, and she planned my city conference, and oh, so cool. That's definitely something that I want to do in the future, because she's touched so many lives, and she's just that role model for young girls, and I love that. And then work for myself, never under anyone. And this may sound, I don't know what the word is, or like I'm too good to work under anyone or anything like that. That's not what I mean at all. I have such big dreams and ideas, and I trust my judgment because I'm myself. And I don't like the idea of working under someone or having to go to the next person up to be able to do something or to get the permission to do something. I just want to be able to do it without having to go through a bunch of people or, you know, submitting my ideas in or whatever. I just want to do it myself, and I love the idea of just being independent and working for myself and just being in charge of myself, not having anyone be in charge of me. And then the last two, go on missions trips, a lot of missions trips. Love missions trips, definitely have a heart for those. And I love them mainly because they're so uncomfortable for me. And because going to remote countries and cities and stuff and working in bad circumstances is something that really stretches me and really grows me and puts me out of my comfort zone. And so that's what I love most about it, because it's not comfortable for me, and that means that I'm growing, and that's what I need. And then the last one is host a TED Talk. This is something that's always been on my heart. This is something that I've wanted to do for a super long time, and I know I'm gonna do it. And because those people, the only people who can have TED Talks are people who've made an actual difference in the world, and people who are very futuristic and always bettering the world and inputting ideas into the world to improve it. So I definitely want to be that person, first of all, and then in result of that, be able to have a TED Talk. So yes, I hope that I inspired you guys to maybe make your own list of things, and maybe you're similar to me in some ways or different in some things, but hopefully I was able to get your brain juices flowing, and I hope that you guys were inspired by this and you guys go out and make your own list. So keep being a world changer. I love you guys. Bye.